All right. Matcha ready, headphones on. We gotta sip that matcha first. Hold up. Before I spill the tea, I gotta drink the tea.
I think we got to cheers again. Episode number 2.
Episode 2. There it is. There it is.
It was here.
Boom.
Bombs away.
All right. First, I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who watched the first episode of Spill the Matcha with Adele, also co-starring Khaled, my producer. I've been having amazing feedback. I am so grateful to all of you who took the time to listen to it, to share it, to subscribe. So thank you so much to everyone who's made me confident enough to do episode number 2. So this is episode number 2. Welcome to Spill the Matcha, episode number 2. And you know what? We're going to get straight into it. I think the first one was cute because we kind of, got to know each other a little bit, touched on some cool topics and stuff, but I really want to get into it. So again, I went on Instagram, asked you, IG fam, what you wanted me to talk about. And I've had some really good feedback and I've taken note of them. And today I really want to focus on your questions about mentality. Sounds like a heavy topic, but we're going to keep it light. So, mentality.
Tell me, Adele.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it about mentality that we're going to talk about?
Just about how it's built inside and outside the gym. This is really what I want to focus on because I think it's the most underrated part of working out.
Was it a lot of gym people that were messaging you, or was it just the general?
It was the general. It was about how to build your mentality. And I want to talk about how mentality is built in the gym and the importance of that, so that people who are wondering how to maybe have a few ways of doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So mentality, first of all, starts off for me from the moment I wake up in the morning. How do I start my day? On what kind of mindset am I in when I wake up in the morning? I have 2 choices. Oh my God, it's 5 a.m. Why am I up? Why am I up this early? No one's up this early. Why am I up this early? I'm tired. I didn't get a good sleep. Oh my gosh, my neck hurts. I really don't feel like going to work. Why am I going to work? That is one way of waking up. And I think most days that's probably the way I want to wake up. However, we got to step back and be like, how does that set the tone for your day? Well, you're not starting off on a positive note. You're actually starting off on a pretty negative tone. And 99% of the time, that's how my day ends up working. If I start on a negative tone, it's all negative from there. However, when I wake up and I'm like, ooh, I get to wake up at 5 a.m. I get to meditate. I get to drink my morning matcha in peace. I get to, not I have to. I get to. Just these simple...
It's about changing the language,
Changing the language.
Changing the language that you
Exactly.
self-interpret.
100%, because that just sets the tone for your day. This is how you woke up. Okay, so now the positive self-talk is beginning to seep through the pores, right? Now, I'm at work and I'm thinking about the million other things I have to start doing in my day. What does that do? It overwhelms me. Okay, I'm just like, oh my gosh, after this, I have to do this, and this. Wait, why am I even there yet? I just started work. It's 7:15 in the morning. Who cares where I need to be at 4 p.m.? Why don't I just take it one step at a time? So I'm at work. By the way, I work with 5-year-olds.
At both jobs.
So it's emotionally draining. It's exhausting. You're giving energy to these children that are trying to get an education, right? So this is also a mentality. I get to. Not I have to, I get to, correct? So I'm finishing up my work and now I'm thinking about the other to-do list that I have to do. But I'm taking it one staircase at a time. I'm one step at a time. I'm not looking at the whole staircase. I'm looking at the next step in front of me. Okay, now I have to go coach. Arguably coaching
5-year-olds.
No offense to anyone that I coach, but you know what? These 5-year-olds listen.
No disrespect to any of our members.
But facts. But yeah, so I now need to focus on giving my 100% to the members who came to my class. Okay. There are other classes, especially I would say my female members, especially because that's like the 4 p.m. It's the quietest. And let's be honest, when it's a quiet class, as a coach, you got to dig deep to find that energy, correct? It's when it's a full class, energy's pumping, the vibes are going. But when it's a slow class, ooh, you're reaching.
You're digging deep.
You're digging, right?
Digging deep.
And I turned that moment into something really special because then I realized these women, I never get a class this small. I get to focus on every single one of them. And it has made all the difference. So instead of being like, oh, I only have 2 today. Ooh, I only have 2 today. So I'm going to make sure they're getting their techniques right. I'm pushing them to get those extra reps in. I'm pushing them to get those extra calories in. It's a whole different playing field.
So much more personal. Right?
It is. And then that was a shift of mindset, correct? Because I could easily be like, this sucks or this is going to rock. All right. Then let's talk about after all of that coaching, it's my turn to work out. I'm on fumes. The
fun part.
But you know what? This is what a lot of people have talked to me about. It's like, how do you get yourself from your work to the gym? This is the hardest battle. It's not even starting the workout. It's getting yourself to the gym. And that is the struggle for, I would say, around 80 to 90% of people who work desk jobs all day, have to take care of their family, go home. By the time it's around like 7 p.m. and they're thinking about going to the gym, they're like, oh, is it worth it? This couch feels real good.
My bed looks real good right now.
Yeah, Netflix seems popping. There's a new season of my favorite
serial killer
documentary. And I'm like, this couch feels good. I'm warm. It's hot outside. It's too cold outside. There's so many things that you could talk yourself out of.
You want to hear something crazy?
Tell me.
Like since I've moved to Doha and I realized that most people, like majority of people, have a very good gym in their building, and it doesn't even matter if the gym's in your building. Like you go into the lift, you go down, and it's still so hard.
It is
to get out of bed or get off your couch and just go to the gym, even if it is in the convenience of your building.
Exactly. And then most people also need that push. They need that coach. They need that community around them to feel like I'm not doing this alone. Rare are the people who are like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym and bust out a workout by myself. And it's harder to get there because there's not that hype about how am I going to see? Oh, is my friend going to be there? Oh yeah, we're going to smash these weights.
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability. Of course. So now I'm gonna revert back to myself because I can't speak for other people. But now I'm in the gym, and I kid you not, many times I just start walking around this gym, talking to myself. And my coach one time looked at me, he's like, "Are you lost? Like, are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm just talking to the voices in my head that are telling me, girl, go home, or let's start this workout. It's gonna suck because I'm just looking at my program and I'm just like, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, and I literally have no energy left, but." Magic happens on that first rep. I know this sounds like, oh, here she goes. And you've heard this probably 1,000 times. But once you start, it just clicks. Everything just starts happening for you. And you're just like, yes, you start getting that momentum going. But it's about the mindset. Like it's about really channeling or silencing all those voices that are just like, be comfortable. You got to get out of your comfort zone. The deadliest place to be is in your comfort zone. There is no growth there. There's no growth there. And this has been true for me in the gym. And from the gym, it's taken off in my life.
Just an analogy for life.
It is. There's no growth in the comfort. So when I begin to feel like I'm the strongest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. I constantly want to challenge myself. I constantly want to be a student again. I don't want to know everything. Sometimes it's good to feel good after a workout because that like strokes your ego a little bit. You need those days where you're just like, yes, I crushed that workout. But most of the time, if I'm in the gym consistently and it's feeling good and it's feeling easy, that's a red flag for me. because I'm like, where am I growing here? And of course, it depends on goals, obviously, like, because I do want to compete and I am trying to become in that circle. I have to constantly get uncomfortable, correct? But also, when you want to grow or get out of the funk that you're in, that doesn't happen by sitting in your comfort zone. It happens outside of your comfort zone. So the important parts and the magic happens in your workout. This is where you get out of your comfort zone. So let's take an example where I'm working out and I'm about to hit a wall, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay. This workout's beginning to suck. I'm beginning to feel super tired.
I think it goes back to, sorry to interject, but it goes back to, I think, something that you touched on, but I think it's important for people to know you're a coach, but you have a coach.
Yes.
And that's completely fine. And actually, that's the most positive thing to have, because you never stop learning.
Never.
And even when you're a coach yourself, you still need a coach.
Definitely. It's a never ending journey. I haven't, there's no reach. There's no point to reach.
People would be like, you're a coach. Why do you need a coach? But I think that's the important part, right?
100%.
You need to surround yourself with that energy, even if it's somebody that maybe isn't that much more skilled than yourself, but it's not the fact that they're more skilled than you. It's just the fact that you have decided to become, have a teacher and be able to be taught.
Like, of course.
And you're open for that.
When members always say, like, why do you push us so hard? It's because I hold you to the same regard I hold myself. So when I'm working out and I'm coaching you, I'm holding you in that same regard. Why do I push you? Because if I don't, what did you get out of this session? Sometimes it's just to move. I understand this. I understand when a member's like, please do not approach me today. It's been a day and I just want to move my body. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. That's when you get to know your members, correct? But there are some people who I know, like who I've seen, and they want to grow so much. And I see them approaching the wall. This is the wall that I'm talking about. In my workout, there's a point where I'm reaching, I see the wall in front of me, and it's two decisions. I break the wall or I stop.
Cry.
Or cry. Usually it's crying while I'm breaking the wall, right? But it's about breaking walls. It's about breaking that threshold, breaking that point. It's the point of no return. That's where the growth happens. That's where the elevation happens. I always say this in my coaching sessions, and I feel like I'm preaching, but it's the point past fatigue where the results live, where the goals live. It's after I'm fatigued and I feel like I can't do one more rep, that one rep is going to take me to the next level.
That's the difference.
That's it.
That's definitely the difference.
That's it. It's about the consistency. And then, but this all translates itself outside of the gym. So I'm seeing this wall. It's fight or flight. I'm keeping my nervous system calm. So what I do when it's beginning to get tough, I make sure I'm slowing down my breathing. This tricks your nervous system into thinking she's fine. When you start hyperventilating in a workout, that sends signals to your brain. She's not okay. She's not okay. Everything's now in panic mode. It's in flight mode. Oh my goodness. It just all begins to crumble down. It's survival instead of thriving, right? So what happens? I trick my body into thinking it's fine by consciously going to my breath. Meditation helps. Yoga helps. Those are the most underrated things to do, but you're just being mindful of the fact that I'm approaching a wall. I'm about to break it, and it's going to break me at the same time. Slow down the breathing.
It's a body hack, right?
Yeah, it is a body hack. This is the ultimate. I think I'm giving the ultimate body hack, because what does this do? It tricks your body into being, she's okay. Everything's fine. She can continue.
I'm not dying.
Exactly. But that translates outside of the gym. So when I begin to have these high stress situations, I've dealt with it in a controlled environment. I've put myself in adversity in a controlled environment, which is the gym.
So when it's real.
When it's outside of my control and it's outside of this gym, I've kind of practiced this. Definitely. In a controlled environment, yes. So it's a little harder to implement in an uncontrolled environment, but I know how to do it.
Well, your body remembers.
There's exactly. And the stress begins to be like, all right, now it's time for you to breathe. It's not time for you to panic. It's not time for you to hyperventilate. It's time for you to breathe. That is a powerful moment. So the gym and real life aren't that separate.
I always say, like, the gym and everything that we do in the gym and everything that we preach in the gym is just like a bigger analogy for life.
It is.
You take those experiences, you take that training, and you just apply that to every single aspect of your life.
100%. And then imagine the high you feel once you're at the other side of that wall. You've literally walked into the gym and walked out of the gym a new person. And it's about finding the walls, not avoiding them. Most people will avoid the walls. They see them coming. It's like, oh, U-turn, we're going back. No, find the wall, break it. Break it before it breaks you. It's going to hurt, but it's going to hurt more if you stop right there. Nothing haunts me more than a rep I didn't do or that extra bit I could have given. I go back in my mind. I think maybe I'm crazy, but I go back in my mind and I think of my workouts. And I'm like, could have I given more? If the answer is yes, she's gonna work on that. But if the answer is no, and I feel like I did the perfect workout, it doesn't matter. And the mentality isn't about who am I better than. This is something that gets super hard when you're in a gym and you're comparing yourself to other people. I mean, it's intimidating to walk into a gym the first day, seeing everyone lifting these insane weights, and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I even here? You begin to think, why am I here? Why did I sign up for this? What am I doing here? But what they forget is that we all had that one first day where we felt like
It's with anything, right?
It
is.
With
absolutely anything.
It is. And it's brave. It's brave to suck at something again. There's nothing braver than being like, I'm really good at something, but now I just really want to not be good at something else. Trying something out of your comfort zone, right? So when you walk in to this gym and you're just comparing yourself to other people, that is a mindset, a mentality that is setting you up to fail. Unfortunately, it's good to look up to people and be like, wow, I aspire to be like this person, but you're not this person, whether it's genetics, biology, your lifestyle, your goals, you're not that person. Who you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Today is my first day. Yesterday wasn't my first day. Today is my first day. Today is the first step I'm taking towards change. So I always say it's me against me. There's no other competition. You put blinders on and you're like, I'm going to do my best. My best looks better than her best or his best. But at the end of the day, I'm not them. I'm
100%.
I'm me. And this is a mentality. This actually makes you want to go to the gym. It makes you motivated to go to the gym when you're not sitting there being, oh, well, it's been 3 weeks and I don't see any results. 3 weeks?
Who are you comparing yourself to first?
Exactly. And what results? In 3 weeks? The problem is the fitness industry has like shoved down these programs that are like, oh, get ripped in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Who are these people? And you know what? And even if you did, is there longevity in that? Like, okay, it's like these crash diets or these like fitness programs. They're like, do this and you're going to see your 6 packs in 6 weeks. Let's
the
say.
magic pill.
Exactly. Okay, you saw them in 6 weeks. Can you maintain that kind of lifestyle?
Yeah.
Can you do this kind of exercising every day? Can you eat like this every day? Answer is probably no. It's the marathon, not the sprint. It's about creating habits that create you.
Isn't it the funniest when someone comes up to you and they're like, oh, I've got a holiday in a month. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But like, what are you going to do after that month?
Exactly.
When you come back, it's like, you want to lose all this weight to look good when you go on holiday, which is fine. That's fine. But then when the holiday's over, do you just want to like boomerang straight back to where you were before that?
It's nice to have goals. I mean, it's nice to have that kind of light at the end of the tunnel. Like I'm working out to like look good in a bikini. Okay, fine. I mean, fine. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna finish. This is not the end of the journey. It's just the beginning of the journey. And that person that you're looking up to, who is strong, you know, has these habits, they built them over years.
Years and years and years.
No one's ever going to sit down and tell you, yeah, this happened over 6 months.
Yeah.
Really?
I question it.
No.
I question it.
No, it's like, no, it's been happening. It's been part of their life. They wake up, they plan their day, and working out is part of it. I mean, it's a non-negotiable. There's no like, if I feel like going to the gym today, I might go. It's like, no, it's part of the schedule. It come hell or high water, we're showing up to the gym. So this just translates into so much in your life, correct? Like it goes, so I'm like we said, what's built in the gym builds you outside of the gym. So don't take the gym for granted. Don't think it's an isolated, compartmentalized place. It's not. It is very much part of your life. Don't think of it as like, this is one part of my day. This is what's going to build you. This is what's going to create you. The adversity that you feel, the frustration that you feel, the highs you're going to feel. That's an analogy for life. That's a metaphor for life. We're going to have these highs, the highs in life, which are like the highs in the gym. I smashed that workout. I hit that PR. And then there's going to be those mediocre days where it's like, I moved. I got the job done. And there's going to be days where like,
I don't want to do this.
I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing here? What am I actually doing here? But I do want to just make one more point. To respect your body. Okay, sometimes
listen to your body.
Yes.
Listen to your body.
There's a voice in your body, and it's not in your mind. Forget your mind. Your mind's going to convince you that you're tired all the time. So shut your mind off most of the time. But when your body is hurting, I'm not just saying sore. That's part of the process. Okay, if you're sore, show up to the gym.
Learn to differentiate between sore and dying.
Exactly, yes. Then rest. I see people who are doing these 2-a-days, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. I'm like, where's your rest day? Rest is just as important as putting in the work, and that's in life as well. So the rest days that you need in the gym, you need in life as well.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. Everything, you can be unbalanced in the gym when you're crushing it, and then find the contrast to it outside of the gym. So your mind is such an important tool. It's how you program it. It's how you get it used to, like, this is the norm. This is what we're doing these days, brain, and you gotta have to adjust to it. Now, I'm not adjusting to you. You're adjusting to me. And nothing is more powerful than a person who is not a prisoner to their own thoughts. You are not your thoughts. And those are my thoughts for the day. So I'm going to finish off this matcha. Thank you so much for joining for episode 2, and looking forward to having you guys for episode 3. Bye.